Hey guys, it's your friend Dawn Mars here, and today I'm coming at you with a video, an awesome lesson to help you make your list building efforts online really simple. Now, this particular lesson is going to work really well for my friends who are in the network marketing space. And the reason for that is that I see them coming online, and you know what, I recommend this and I do this myself, is that when I am marketing a product, and that, you know, any product, it doesn't have to be a network marketing product, but we set up a nice WordPress blog. This is your nice header, and we've got a sidebar, and then here we've got our nice blog, right? Start blogging, and we do this right to bring search engine traffic. This is our search engine optimization. We want to get traffic coming to our site, and then we've got links in here, and we've also got over on the side like a buy button, okay, a buy our product, or a join button. So the first thing that people do, their first instinct, and this, believe me, it was my instinct first too, was to send them over here to a company replicated website. Okay, and this is the way it has to be done. Typically, like the checkout process needs to be done through a replicated site, because the order process, that's how it has to be processed. Typically your terms and conditions would say that, and it makes it easier, right? Because you don't want to be shipping products and all that kind of stuff. But this particular model is wrong, and the reason that it's wrong is a reason that you guys will be familiar with when I can find my layer here. The reason is that the fortune is in the follow-up, and this is not the first time you've heard this, but when you get somebody onto your website and you've already done this work over here, you are already getting traffic, right? That's the hardest part. If you are then sending them over here to this site and not capturing leads, then you are leaving money on the table, and we don't do that. Okay, that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is, oops, hold on here. What we actually want to do, I want to make room for myself, is that we want to take people from the site right here, and we want to take them over to a lead capture page. This is a lead capture page. And all that means is that you're going to capture their name and their email, right? There are going to be little boxes for name and email on here. If you guys don't know about list building yet, then this is going to be your crash course, because you need to be able to follow up with people who visit your website, right? Now, most people make list building really difficult. They think that they need to have like a free offer, a free ebook, a free video course. No, these people are already indicating, okay, the people who click on the buy button or the join button, these people are buyers. They already have indicated they've come to your website, they've read the information, they've clicked the buy button. These are people who are very likely ready to pull out their credit card and buy. But what you want to do is not send them to this site. You want to block them with a lead capture page, and then from the lead capture page send them to this site. Does that make sense? Because now if they get to the replicated company website, and you know this, guys, if you're in this kind of company or any kind of company, the order process can be difficult, it can be tedious. Some people don't get through it just because they get confused. So when you grab this lead here, when you have their name and their email in an autoresponder, you can continue to follow up with them until they either buy or they can opt out of your list. If they decide they don't want the product, that's fine too. But getting this opt-in is really important. And so the best way to do that is to put a lead capture page. Now, before I show you how to do that, I'm going to show you a little bit of proof that this is really happening. Okay, so I've just picked 3 random companies. They're all really great companies and great reps in all of the companies. But people in every company are making mistakes. So by Shakeology, if we scroll down here, and I've checked these out already to see that that it's a good example. This is a great website, right? And this person is already doing what they need to do to collect some leads over here. But if I came to this website and I saw this Shakeology 30-day guarantee, or this buy Shakeology, right? Order Shakeology risk-free. Let's click on this button. And boom, we're at the company's replicated website. So now if I came here and I didn't know what to do, because there's a lot of stuff that I could buy, right? I could get super confused. I probably would get confused. I don't know which ones to buy. I would leave this site and maybe come back weeks later and not end up buying from the same person. And that sucks for that person because they did the work, right? They've done the work. They've set up the website. They're getting the traffic. They're on page 1 of Google. That in itself is a huge accomplishment. But to not have collected that lead, it's just like, oh, it's painful. So that's not just happening to this guy, you know, in Beachbody. I'm looking at Isagenix here. If I scroll down, so this person for buy Isagenix, what did I search? Buy Isagenix online. This super great search term, and they are number 3. Okay, so that is a big deal. They're probably getting a lot of traffic for that search term. When I click on it, they've got a great website. They've got really clear calls to action, right? Click here to start your order, right? Bam. People are going to click on that. And it's going to take them here. Very, very clear up to this point. I'm in the US, so I'll click the US. And once again, we're back into the company's replicated website. So it's a missed opportunity to grab a lead and to follow up with them because we know that the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, it's very unlikely that a person is going to buy the first time they hit your website. Even if they go look around, they go shopping, you really want them to become a lead so that you can contact them. So same thing with Asante. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to overdo this, but it's a really important point. If you're getting onto page 1, if you're getting anywhere in the search engines and you've put work into it, even worse, if you're paying for advertising to get people to your blog or to your website and you're not collecting leads, it's just money on the table. So these people are on page 1, and you know, it's a nice website. It's got some of the products on here, and I see the sign up button, but when I click sign up, it takes me to this page. They've done a good job. They're explaining what happens. They're taking away the confusion somewhat. But when I continue down to the bottom and click sign up now, yeah, we're just on the company replicated page again. So you can see how that is money left on the table, and it sucks. I hope that these people who are the owners of these websites see this and realize that this is happening, and that they would be able to be making a lot more sales if all they did was just put a little website in the way. So it's really not that difficult to do. I just wanted you guys to understand why it's important. So what I'm going to do now is just show you guys a way that you can put together a lead capture page in like literally 5 minutes that you can put in your prospect's way so that you can follow up with them. So it's going to be really, really simple, and to do it you're going to need Aweber for this demonstration. You know, if you're using another autoresponder service like GVO, you're going to have to figure out how that one works, but it's, you know, they're all kind of similar. So I'm in here in my Aweber account under my Dawn's Demos list, and if you are new to Aweber, they have great training under the help menu, so that's kind of outside the scope. But I'm going to just create a new web form. Okay, so this is what we want to do, is create a new web form. And I'm going to show you how we can make great lead capture pages for all of these companies really, really easily. The first thing you want to do is click on Popular and click on Basic. And the reason for that is because Basic just doesn't have any color. Okay, we're going to just click off here because we don't want the privacy policy, and we don't want it to say powered by Aweber. But what we do want to do is change the header. Okay, so I'm going to click on header here. I'm going to close this for now. But you can see that the background has no color. What we want to do is click on the Advanced tab. And where it says background image, we want to find a background image. So let's do Asante Organics first. So I'm going to go back to their page. And if you right click on the banner, you can see that you can copy the image URL. Not every company is going to let you do this. Some of them don't, but with this company, we can do it. So right click and copy the URL, and I'm actually going to paste it into Notepad just in case we need it again. We should be good. So I'm going to go back over to Aweber, and in here I'm going to paste that banner image. Okay, When I click out of that, you can see it kind of showed up here, but what I'm going to do is just resize this, make it a lot bigger. Just drag it out. Okay, so probably to there is good. And now what I need to do is create some padding for this. And first in here, I want to type, and you'll see it come up over here. Please enter your information to start your order. And you know what? I don't usually say please. I want it to be more of a command. And I'm going to make this font. If you look at the kind of fonts that they're using, it's a sans serif, so like an Arial or something like that. You want to try to stay as close to the company's branding as possible. So we will use Arial, and font size, let's go with 16. You can see it's starting to show up over here, but it's still not right. I'm going to center it, and I'm going to change the color to be more of an Asante color. So if I go back over here, it's kind of like a dark, almost like an army green. So to change the color, you just click on this color picker here. And I don't see a perfect green in here, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'll just take that one, and you can see that's already changed the color to green over here. Alright, but what we don't want is not to be able to see the header image properly. So over here we can change the padding, and probably about 100 should do it. Yeah, and you can see that it's pushing this down here. And you can just play with these numbers. It's always going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to click this little link because you don't want the two paddings to be linked. It's going to be different. I'll put 10 here. So this padding actually is the distance between this and the actual opt-in boxes, and this padding is between the top of the header and the wording. So we've got to make it a little bit more. And you can see it sometimes can be a pain in the butt, but we just keep doing it until it works. Alright, so 120 wasn't quite enough. Let's try 130. Alright, so that's pretty good. So now I'm going to click down here on name, and you can see here that the font is different. So I want to change it to Arial, and I'm going to change it to the same font size, 16, same as what was above. And I also am going to change the font color to be like a green, a deep green color. So it kind of matches. It's not exact, but it doesn't really matter. You can mess with that when when you're doing your own lead capture page. You do kind of want to get as close as you can to make it look really good. And maybe I'll make it bold so it stands out a little bit more. And save that. And we can also make these bold as well. Makes them stand out. So for your submit button, you can actually change the colors of that. So I'm going to change the background color to be that deep green color. And I'll change the text, okay, to be white. And that looks kind of nice, right? And we'll change the text to start your order. And I'm going to change the font size just a little bit. Make it 16, like everything else. Okay, so, oops, we don't want that down there. So I'm going to close that. And that should do it, really. I might want to bring this down just slightly so it's not right underneath the header. You can do that just by going back up here and clicking on advanced again, and I want to make the padding a little bit more. So that looks a little bit better, right? And the last thing I need to do is click on here, and you can see that we don't want labels, we want the body background color to be white. Okay. Alright, so that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to save the web form. The next step that you want to do is click on step 2, and in here you don't want your thank you page to be the basic version. What you want to do is make it a custom page and enter the URL that you actually want them to go to the web page you want them to go to, which is probably the order process, because they just clicked the buy button. If you could picture that, they've clicked on the buy button, they've gone over to enter their name and their email, and now it comes time for them to order. You want it to be a very simple and easy process for them to complete and very natural. Okay, so if you stop them with a please confirm message, you're going to blow it with them. So you just want to send them right into your order process, whatever that link happens to be. I don't have a website to send them to, so I'm just going to leave it as a basic version for now, but just be advised that's what you need to do. Then you want to save your web form again, and then you're going to click on publish. Okay. And now there's two ways you can do it. If you're brand new to this and coding is really scary to you, then what you want to do is just have Aweber host your form. So if I click on here, it's going to just give me this link. Now if I right click on that and I say go to forms, and here it is. It's pretty nice to look at for 5 minutes, don't you think? And in that 5 minutes, you've just made it so that you can actually collect the lead, which is so awesome, and you can actually respond to them until they either buy something from you or get off your list. And either way is great, right? Because the name of the game is to follow up, follow up, follow up. No matter what business you're in, you need to keep following up, but the fortune is in the follow-up. So just to recap, let's go back. I've kind of made a mess of this, so I'm going to start over. What we're going to do is create a page. And you know what? I'll bet you've already created one. And on this page, you're going to have links. But now, instead of your links going to the company's page, right, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to bypass the company's page in favor of our new lead capture page, the one that we just created. Aweber can even host it for you if you want. If you've got hosting, you can host it yourself. This is your lead capture. So coming from your blog, the traffic is going to come in here. Traffic, traffic, traffic. They're going to click on your buy button. The buy button is going to take them to your lead capture page right here. They're going to enter their name and their email, and then they're going to be redirected to the company website where they can order and you can get paid. Do you love this, guys? When I figured this stuff out, it made me a lot of money. And I promise that if you put this into practice, if you're not already doing so, it can make you a lot of money too. So with that, my friends, I'm going to get going here, feed these kiddos, but I hope that you found this interesting, informative, and yes, I hope it makes you tons of money. I will talk to you real soon. Take care.